Obsolete Voids já tem experiência com exploração urbana e costuma visitar lugares abandonados ao lado do namorado. Neste vídeo, eles decidem adicionar mais um local à lista, um antigo asilo abandonado. No entanto, não demoraria para perceberem que não estavam sozinhos. Eles chegaram no meio da noite, com a escuridão engolindo o prédio. Objetos haviam sido deixados para trás. Corredores longos pareciam se estender sem fim. O cheiro de decomposição tomava o ar. Os móveis se deterioravam lentamente e as paredes descascavam. Todo o lugar transmitia uma sensação profundamente assustadora.
This place is creepy.
So what was this place?
This was, I think, a retirement home or a nursing home.
Nursing home? Okay.
Same but different.
They all look the same. Nursing home, retirement home, hospital.
Just forgot my light. Alright, ready to go. Alright guys, let's get on into this explore. Yeah, there's so many TVs. Look how old they are. This place must have closed down a while ago because I haven't seen TVs like this since my childhood.
Yeah. Put under here. Look at
What?
that.
One of the nastiest things I've ever seen in an abandoned place.
Oh. Going this way?
Yeah. We gotta stick together on this one, guys. This one's really spooky. I usually don't get like really creeped out when we come to these places, but this one for some reason kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. Do you smell that?
Yeah, it smells really bad in here.
The smells.
Patient rooms.
Ew, look how rotted that is.
Yeah,
That's not the smell though.
What is it?
Like, obviously I know like the smell of like mold and like water damage and all that, but it smells different. Like, it smells like something's rotting. Like,
It's this building.
specifically like, whoa.
Oh my, ooh. Oh my gosh, there's glasses up here. Whose freaking glasses are those?
What the heck?
Oh, hell no. You heard that?
I did hear that.
Let's fire the trucks.
Eles exploravam cômodo por cômodo como de costume. Tudo parecia rotineiro até que de repente deixou de ser. Pouco tempo depois de iniciarem a exploração, ouviram barulhos estranhos que fizeram os dois pararem imediatamente. Mesmo assim, seguiram em frente tentando ignorar. Mas então aconteceu novamente. Desta vez a curiosidade falou mais alto, e eles começaram a se mover na direção do som, imaginando se haveria mais alguém dentro do prédio.
Bathroom.
Okay, I heard the noise again. It's coming from like over there. It's like a ticking sound. It's inside this building.
Ticking?
Yeah. Because you were in there talking.
Let's go find out what it is.
Okay.
Oh my god, this place is big.
Oh my god. What happened to the floor?
Oh, it smells even worse over here.
What the hell?
What is that? Go back, go back. Someone's in here. I think someone's in here. I swear I heard a voice. And it's shuffling. I'm not kidding. I swear I heard it.
Why is there like a curtain up like that? Well, you said you wanted a homeless encounter.
You heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We could just breeze past it, but then we don't know the other ways out. Somebody, you think someone's living in here?
Probably.
That's insane, bro.
Dude, look at that curtain.
Yeah, I know.
That's weird. Like, why is it up there like that?
go past him.
Whoa. There's a bunch of clothes in here.
A tensão aumentou rapidamente. Agora eles tinham certeza de que não estavam sozinhos. Seria um morador de rua, alguém ocupando o local. De qualquer forma, os nervos estavam à flor da pele. Apesar do risco, continuaram avançando para áreas mais profundas. Quanto mais seguiam, mais claros ficavam os sinais. Lençóis pendurados nas portas, vozes, provas inegáveis de que havia mais alguém ali. Não importava para onde fossem, os barulhos pareciam segui-los.
I want to see it.
That's somebody's jacket. Should we look?
Yeah.
There's an open door. I think it's an exit. Oh, it's not an exit.
This one's an exit.
Oh my god. What a key it is.
That's the open place over there. It's really cool how, like, everything's still in here, though. Look at all the walkers. There's, like, a walker at, like, every single table.
Oh my god.
Em um dos cômodos, o cheiro era insuportável. Enquanto filmavam e conversavam, um impacto repentino ecoou pelo prédio, soando como alguém correndo. Aquilo foi o suficiente. A partir desse momento, o único objetivo deles era ir embora.
It smells so weird in here.
Yeah, the windows are kind of sketch because that parking lot. What did you hear? What was it? I heard movement.
Dude, it sounded like someone was running.
Ooh, I don't like that. What do you mean?
Like, it sounded like someone jumped down and started running.
Well, let's get the out of here then.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. This is not the exit that we came in, though. We have to go to the other one, the other nurse station.
What the was that?
Dude, I don't know. We can leave that way. That way would actually be closer to the car.
What if they're up there though?
They were in this building. I heard them jump down and run. Ew. My God.
Can we go back in or?
Let's just like wait a moment.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been something else. It could have been an animal.
Dude, I can like literally, like if I jump down off of this, hit the
Yeah.
floor and start running,
That's
it sounded
the sound.
exactly
Yeah,
like that.
I heard it was like a shuffle. It was a bang and a shuffle.
Where did it come from? I don't know, but I literally heard someone like
Yeah.
jump and
I
run.
heard it. Yeah.
Why would you do that, first of all?
Maybe they were jumping out the window because they heard us coming.
Well, you said hello.
I know. They're probably.
Eles apagaram as lanternas e correram para encontrar uma saída, mas a curiosidade os puxou de volta para dentro. Desta vez, mantiveram as rotas de fuga em mente enquanto avançavam lentamente pelos corredores. Surpreendentemente, exploraram o restante do prédio sem novos incidentes e encerraram a investigação. Ainda assim, voltar para dentro de um lugar com sinais claros de que você não está sozinho exige um nível completamente diferente de coragem. O próximo vídeo traz uma exploração solo tensa de Jared Coker Urbex, um canal do YouTube focado em revelar espaços esquecidos, armazéns abandonados, casas deterioradas, fábricas vazias e muito mais. Em 29 de junho de 2025, Jared entra em um enorme armazém em ruínas em St. Louis. Enquanto explora os andares superiores vazios, um barulho repentino quebra o silêncio, um estrondo profundo e ecoante que reverbera por todo o prédio. No início, ele ignora o som e continua gravando, mas os ruídos persistem. Os ecos se espalham de forma estranha, tornando difícil identificar de onde exatamente estão vindo.
Alright, we'll ignore that. I don't know though, there's echoing in here. I think people are in here. Yeah, I'm not so sure. Yeah, that echoing's in here. Someone somewhere is here. Well, never mind the place being kind of boring. I guess we have our drama now.
Okay. Guys, I know this is a bad time, but I had to change my battery and there was like
Another really loud boom getting closer to me, so there are definitely people down there. So, like that. I think they're above me. But I was just saying before my camera died, maybe I could just go down into the creepy basement and hide. I don't know. No idea what they're banging or moving around. Look at that massive dolly. Thing's mega. Oh my god, this is nightmarish. The basement is like every bit as spacious as the floor above, but it all just looks like this. Oh, it's so hazy, you can't see anything. There's really no point to stay down here. There's nothing to see other than maybe a furnace. I see one there. I am but a mere content creator, so I must kind of go everywhere and see everything. And avoid the potential threats upstairs banging everything around. Pipe hallway. These are the stairs on the other side. We literally just cut across the hole upstairs just below it, so.
Com a tensão aumentando, ele decide descer até o porão, esperando ficar fora de vista enquanto tenta entender o que está acontecendo. O subsolo, tão grande quanto os andares superiores, é escuro e cheio de entulho. A visibilidade é baixa e o ar está pesado, tomado por poeira e névoa. Há pouco para ver, mas Jared segue com cautela, explicando que cada parte de um prédio merece ser registrada, especialmente quando sons inexplicáveis estão acontecendo acima. Enquanto se move entre corredores e escadarias, a atmosfera inquietante só piora. O barulho ocasional de metal batendo ou destroços se movendo o mantém em alerta, deixando claro que algo ou alguém está no prédio com ele. Eventualmente, a partir de um ponto escondido, Jared avista a origem do som.
And I still hear people. Oh, this is outside. Oh, there's a guy. He's in this building down there. Don't know if he's scrapping or if it's illegal dumping or what, but it's loud. So those are the safest bets as I walk right out into the open. Oh, there's a pair of them. Hey, what's up? Yeah, that was stupid. They don't really care. They said what's up, but yeah, they're hauling big heavy things. I drove by this place and there was a truck with a trailer parked in front of it too. Maybe that's theirs. They might just be taking metal debris and stuff out of here for their scrap. I don't know. I want to head to the upper floor. As you can see, we're right near the catwalk too. There's no one up here. I initially thought they were up here just because it sounded like it was hitting the ceiling, but it's just the reverb, I suppose. All right, here we go. Here's where two connect. I can hear them. And that is their trailer right there. We can spy on the scrappers. Yeah, look at that. Their teamwork lifting the massive pipes out of here. They're gonna throw it in their trailer there, take it to a scrapyard or something, and get money for it. Technically illegal. Still considered stealing, but they're gonna get away with it here because this place just sits so wide open and unguarded and nobody cares. Yo, maybe that's the big booms I was hearing. Maybe they were taking it from up here, dragging it like that line, and then throwing it down, creating those huge bangs. Look at that line, that's so exactly what they did. At least they didn't care that I was there. I mean, they're committing crimes, and I'm here with a camera. That could have gone wrong. Can I get out of here? Do I get roof access? I do. Full aerial. Uh-oh. It's drizzling rain a bit. Getting on the lens a little bit. We're gonna run this roof. This is really why I wish I hadn't forgot my GoPro in Kansas. Whew. Those guys left, by the way, their trailer's gone. Now, I really do have all this to myself.
Dois indivíduos aparecem carregando grandes pedaços de metal em direção a um trailer estacionado. Pelo que dá para perceber, eles provavelmente estão recolhendo sucata, possivelmente para revenda. Se isso é legal ou não, não fica claro, mas as atitudes deles indicam que não deveriam estar ali. Jared observa em silêncio, tentando não chamar atenção. Em determinado momento, os dois percebem sua presença, mas reagem de forma calma, apenas fazendo um breve reconhecimento antes de continuarem o trabalho. Ainda assim, Jared comenta como essa interação poderia facilmente ter terminado de forma diferente. Nem todos os sucateiros são tão indiferentes assim. Alguns podem reagir de maneira agressiva ao serem filmados ou confrontados, especialmente em locais proibidos. Enquanto os homens carregam grandes canos para dentro do trailer, Jared conclui que eles provavelmente eram os responsáveis pelos estrondos que ouviu antes, arrastando materiais pelos andares e jogando-os para os níveis inferiores. Quando o trailer finalmente vai embora, Jared percebe que agora tem todo o armazém só para si. Ele sobe até o telhado para capturar imagens aéreas da estrutura em deterioração, enquanto uma chuva leve começa a cair sobre a lente. Com os sucateiros longe e o silêncio restabelecido, o ambiente se torna estranho de outra forma, menos ameaçador, mas ainda assim, assustadoramente vazio. Esse vídeo serve como um lembrete de que lugares abandonados nem sempre estão realmente desertos. Seja por sucateiros, invasores ou outros exploradores, a possibilidade de encontros inesperados é real. O mais perturbador não é apenas o perigo físico, mas a sensação de estar sendo observado ou de dividir o espaço sem saber com estranhos que talvez não queiram ser encontrados. Antes de irmos para o próximo vídeo, inscreva-se no canal para receber toda semana novos conteúdos assustadores e bora para o próximo vídeo. O próximo vídeo perturbador vem do canal Franco Travels, conhecido por explorar locais abandonados e supostamente assombrados ao redor do mundo, especialmente em regiões remotas da América Latina. Muitos dos lugares apresentados são isolados, pouco documentados e carregam reputações sombrias. Em 12 de julho de 2023, Franco se aventura até um hotel abandonado que só pode ser acessado por barco. À primeira vista, o local parece completamente deserto, mas conforme ele inicia a exploração, rapidamente fica claro que há algo errado. No interior, ele encontra uma série de objetos inquietantes, o que parecem ser entorpecentes, relógios de pulso antigos possivelmente ligados a furtos e itens estranhos associados à iconografia religiosa e possíveis práticas ocultistas. A tensão aumenta quando passos distantes e vozes começam a ecoar pela estrutura.
Yet, listen. I hear voices already. And look at this. Somebody's shoe. A weird type of shoe. Oh, what is that? Looks like some sort of doorknob thing. Goes on the door and you open it. Over here they have these little square indentions, and that's what they use to open up the door, or the door latch. Alright, so I found something interesting. Look at this. It's an old card game. I could hear people again. Sounds like footsteps. But this is an old card game. I used to make people think I had tarot cards when I was a little kid in high school, but this is from the islands. I used to play this. I forgot how to play it though. Okay, I have to be extremely careful now. I hear voices, and I hope they're not coming to the room that I'm just in. I discovered something that is bad, and that's drugs. And I hear people downstairs. Check this out. What makes me nervous is that I think I'm in somebody's home right now, and I didn't even... Shit. And look what I found. Not only this is somebody's bed. Some watches. A lot of the times, This is stolen watches. I can hear them walking. A lot of the times these are stolen watches. But look at this. I think I found drugs. Let me know what you guys think that is. It's a white powdery substance. I'm not touching it. But that could be the coca, if you know what I'm talking about. Look at this. Ketchup. Oh, what is this? Look at this. Let me know if this is like a form of witchcraft or something. I don't know what this is. It's a little dusty. But that is interesting. I'm gonna put this over here. They're probably gonna know somebody came here. I just found this, a picture of Santa Teresa. Am I right? I can't see because it's moving too much, but it looks like Santa Teresa. Look at that.
Quanto mais ele avança pelo prédio, mais a sensação é de estar invadindo um lugar onde não deveria estar. Objetos pessoais espalhados, incluindo colchões e móveis improvisados, indicam que alguém pode ainda estar vivendo ali. Substâncias em pó, imagens religiosas e símbolos ritualísticos criam um clima constante de inquietação. Do lado de fora, pares de tênis pendurados chamam a atenção, um detalhe frequentemente associado a atividades ilícitas, o que só aumenta a suspeita e a tensão do local.
I think that's a picture of a saint. Look what I just found here. It looks like this guy's probably bipolar. It's a pentagram. How are you gonna have that and then start having a whole bunch of religious things over here? Oh, now that I'm looking around the room area, there's all sorts of stuff. I don't know what this is. You guys, again, let me know. Educate me in the comments so I could learn. If you listen outside, you could hear them walking over here. I still haven't seen them though. Listen. So I just seen this as I was walking out of the room. But when they're ever selling drugs, you would see that hanging off the trees. Look, shoes. That is an indicator that this is where the magic happened. And over here, there's another pair of shoes. I was looking at these up here. But right over here, there's another one, see? Get a load of that. So I just found two guys coming in here, but I'm kind of in the other side. I want to see if I could see them so I could show you guys. That might be the drug dealer. It might be. I think what really kind of gave it away were the shoes on top of the tree. Like, again, I'm in a secluded area here. Look, right there. See? He just looked at me and looked away. I'm just gonna pretend I'm recording the whole building here. And right there. All right, I'm gonna walk out of here. Right now, they're directly behind me. Which, see if you guys can see it. I am taking a bit of a risk, but I'm just gonna pretend I'm unaware. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk out. This is stupid. Let me get out of here because they're going right into the house that I just... Okay, so I actually had to abandon what I was doing only because those guys are coming a little bit too close to me, so I walked away. I did not want to be kind of stuck in an enclosed area and having those guys come at me. They had, you know, they had that face. Like, you get that vibe. So I left the area for now. Again, I do have a couple of knives and pepper spray on me, but there's 3 of them, 1 of me.
Tenés que tratar de irte rápido porque ya empieza a oscurecer, encima va a llover y se pone peligroso. Este hotel abandonado es un sitio de narcos. Acá hacen negocio de droga, compra, venta, a veces hay asesinatos. Es peligroso, así que antes de que oscurezca trata de irte, aunque sea nadando, pero andate, si no te van a matar.
Still currently waiting for my boat to arrive so I can get the hell out of here because I'm not familiar with this area, but interesting enough.
De repente, 3 homens desconhecidos entram na mesma estrutura, deixando Franco em desvantagem numérica e sem saber quais eram suas intenções. Ele mantém a calma, fingindo ser apenas mais alguém com uma câmera, e começa a recuar lentamente, tomando cuidado para não chamar atenção. Quando eles seguem em direção ao mesmo cômodo que ele havia acabado de deixar, Franco aproveita o momento para escapar. Visivelmente abalado, ele aguarda o retorno do barco, ansioso para sair da área antes do anoitecer. Mais tarde, um morador local confirmaria suas suspeitas. O prédio teria sido usado para atividades relacionadas ao tráfico de drogas e a invasão poderia ter trazido consequências graves. Esse encontro evidencia os riscos imprevisíveis de explorar locais remotos. Enquanto muitos exploradores urbanos buscam histórias abandonadas ou sinais paranormais, acabam esbarrando em perigos reais do mundo moderno, com atividades criminosas escondidas à vista de todos. Os itens encontrados, que vão de possíveis narcóticos a artefatos religiosos e áreas improvisadas para moradia, indicam que o local ainda estava em uso, só não para algo inocente. E se Franco tivesse demorado um pouco mais para sair dali, em lugares isolados onde tudo parece esquecido, o risco real muitas vezes não vem do ambiente em si, mas das pessoas que ainda circulam por ele. Chad e seus amigos decidiram explorar um antigo asilo abandonado no meio da noite, um lugar conhecido por seu passado sombrio e pela atmosfera inquietante. No início, tudo parecia dentro do esperado: janelas quebradas, paredes marcadas por grafites e detritos espalhados pelo chão. O ar tinha cheiro de mofo e decomposição, e cada passo ecoava de forma estranha pelos corredores vazios.
We have walked into this crazy hospital. This is the Norwich Hospital, the administrative building. Definitely I don't know if that was them. I was hearing footsteps, but they're over there. So let's see what we got over here. A little corner room. The doors are all knocked out. The windows are all knocked out. Oh, yeah, creepy as all hell. And there's a few floors to this building, so we're gonna be checking this out. All right, so they walked that way. Look at how creepy that is. It's extremely creepy. Yeah, we should go. We should totally. Alright, yeah, we're totally gonna go. Oh my god, dude. Dude, I freaking walked down these stairs like, oh, let's go, that's creepy. What's even creepier now is there's another set of stairs right there. So it goes down even farther. And I think we're probably gonna have to walk down there. Or we might, let's walk around over here first and see what kind of craziness we got in store over here.
À medida que avançavam mais fundo no prédio, Chad tirou seu dispositivo espiritual, esperando registrar alguma atividade paranormal. No começo, foi algo sutil, apenas alguns bips e leituras estranhas, mas logo as respostas ficaram mais claras. Um nome apareceu seguido de um aviso. Não parecia um sinal aleatório. Algo, ou alguém, estava tentando se comunicar, incentivando Chad a seguir ainda mais para dentro do asilo.
Who? I've never seen that name before. Derek. Derek. Can you make yourself known to me? Can you make a noise or do something to prove that you are real? I think I need to go back downstairs because
Not getting a lot up here.
well, what I'm getting up here
Yeah.
is basically trying to lead me back down there.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know,
Yeah.
the answers I'm getting are things that are relevant to the downstairs. So when I came upstairs, it was leading me downstairs.
Maybe it's my one.
It's quite possible.
It's weird. Since we came over, it hasn't said a word.
For you?
No, like since we came over to you, that thing hasn't made a word.
No, well, it was before you guys even came over.
No, I know.
I
It's
was
weird.
sitting
I'm
here.
saying it's like stop now.
Well, that's what I'm trying. You gotta keep moving. All right, I'm gonna go back I gotta find my way back to the downstairs.
Quanto mais Chad avançava, mais o ar ficava frio atravessando as camadas de roupa e causando um arrepio imediato. Então, sem qualquer aviso, algo foi arremessado em sua direção.
Yo, it's so cold right here. It's so freaking cold right here. You can feel it through this whole building. Like, it's not cold outside, but like, a lot of it is boarded up. Yes, there are some open windows, but it shouldn't be this cold in here. Like, it's a chillier night than normal, but it's not that chilly. I'm at the other panel. I'm back at the panel. It's so freaking creepy down here. I know I probably haven't said that in a little bit. It is freaking creepy down here. Where you want me to go? Derek? Derek? Whoa! Dude, something just got freaking thrown at me. What the hell, dude? Who's down here? Who's down here, man? Why you ghosts always like to play tricks, dude? Why you always like to play tricks? Why don't you just come out and face me? I came all the way here to face you.
Com o coração acelerado, ele ficou paralisado, tentando ouvir melhor. Foi então que um assobio estranho ecoou pelo corredor, seguido por outros sons inexplicáveis que pareciam se mover ao redor deles, como se algo invisível estivesse circulando pelo local.
It was coming from right here, man. I heard a sound over here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm shaking. You got me a little bit shaken. But I'm trying to find you. I'm trying to find you, and I'm all by myself, which means you have the advantage. Because if you're evil, you probably have a bunch of demons and stuff with you that could hurt me, and I'm by myself. I heard you. I heard you making noises. You said you were evil.
Momentos depois, uma luz fraca refletida surgiu dentro do local. Não vinha de uma lanterna, mas de algo bem diferente, algo que parecia antinatural. Com os nervos à flor da pele, os amigos decidiram que era hora de ir embora.
I wish I got on camera. You guys should have seen this when I exited that other building. I met the boys outside, and then we were standing outside with the camera off, and you could see a light in the window, just a light. There was nobody in there, as far as I know. And I was walking around in there a lot by myself, and it said evil on the obelisk, and it just was a different feeling after that. And then when we got outside, there was you could see a light. It was weird, it like angled. It didn't even look like a flashlight. It just looked like a bright ass, weird light. It came from one of the windows. But I'm not making that up, man. Like, I really saw that, and it was crazy. And the boys saw it too. It was really weird, and that was right after I got out of there, so...
No caminho para a saída, a curiosidade fez com que eles resolvessem explorar rapidamente outro prédio próximo, mas a exploração durou pouco. A tensão era alta demais e eles foram embora imediatamente. Mais tarde, ao revisarem as imagens, perceberam algo que não haviam visto pessoalmente. Um par de olhos brilhantes observando à distância. A lembrança daquela noite permaneceu, como um aviso arrepiante de que alguns lugares guardam muito mais do que apenas abandono. Este vídeo vem do D-Dog Vlogs, um canal canadense do YouTube focado em exploração urbana e na documentação de propriedades abandonadas ou históricas. O canal é conhecido por entrar em locais que não estão apenas deteriorados, mas também potencialmente perigosos. Em 9 de janeiro de 2020, a equipe retorna a uma casa abandonada com um passado perturbador. Em uma exploração anterior, um dos integrantes, Ethan, quase se feriu gravemente quando uma armadilha com uma faca passou a poucos centímetros de sua cabeça. Ao voltarem ao local, o grupo avança com extrema cautela. Não demora para perceberem que vários objetos cortantes, principalmente facas, ainda estão presos a fios espalhados pela casa. Esses fios claramente não são acidentais. Tudo indica que foram montados de propósito para ferir qualquer pessoa que entrasse no local sem perceber.
The water's off. What is this?
Where's that wire go to? It's broken.
It's broken. Somebody might have gotten rid of the booby traps. Oh, there's another wire right here. There's wires all over the house, guys. Look at, there's a wire right there. It actually shows up on camera.
Where does that go to?
I don't know. That knife is sketch, dude.
Careful. Oh,
Yeah, that's definitely a booby trap, dude. There's no other reason for that to be like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, they had it booby trapped, so when you open the door, the knife swung down.
Really?
Come look at this. Somebody probably set it off before you, but you can see it right here. Be careful right there, because there's still a line attached to that, and I don't know what.
It's attached to something in the corner.
I kind of want to open it, but obviously at the same time I don't.
No.
Oh no, wait. That was the one that was attached to this, probably.
Broken.
Snap. This other one's definitely booby trapped, though. Wait till you see this, guys.
Oh, it's like it, guys.
Yeah, this is scary, guys.
Yeah, what is up, you guys?
Oh my god. Look at this.
Last time I was here, I actually almost died because of this right here. See this knife right here?
It was booby trapped, so when you open the door, this swung down at you.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna peek up, guys. I'm trying to make sure there's no other.
Careful in here.
I'm kind of scared to step in here, guys.
Bro, I don't even know if I would.
Oh my god, it's so scary.
What's it connected to?
Wow, they had it set right up.
Did they really? Oh my god. We shouldn't even.
They even put a hook there, dude. It's on the old cane. And then there's the wire
We can't leave this hanging.
that used to hold that up.
Whole thing of wire on the fishing wire on the floor.
Yeah, that's what they were using to keep it up.
This is counter when he was in here. This almost hit him in the head.
That's crazy. And they had it fish lined, so when you open the door, it came down like this. Can you imagine that?
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very close.
That's so scary. Look at that, Ethan.
Let it go.
Done.
Like, back up, guys.
Back up. Back up, Ethan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
That's what happened. No, that is what happened. I was right here. I walked up the side, and I must have stepped on the wire, and it literally was right here. It came down. It was right here. I remember it. I remember hearing the noise and everything.
That's the moment your heart drops
Yeah,
through your
and then I
gut,
ran out.
and you second guess exploring at that point.
Yeah.
Enquanto inspecionam a estrutura, várias linhas e fios podem ser vistos cruzando portas e corredores. Alguns estão claramente rompidos, como se já tivessem sido acionados antes, enquanto outros permanecem perigosamente ativos. Um desses dispositivos parece estar montado de forma que, ao abrir uma porta específica, uma faca grande desça balançando diretamente na altura da cabeça. O grupo fica visivelmente abalado ao relembrar o susto anterior. Ethan explica que, na última visita, a armadilha quase foi acionada bem à sua frente. Do ponto em que estão agora, fica claro o quão fatal o mecanismo poderia ter sido. Ele foi construído com precisão, usando linha de pesca, roldanas e até ganchos para garantir que funcionasse corretamente. Avançando mais para dentro da casa, eles desativam a armadilha restante para evitar que alguém se machuque no futuro. No entanto, o que encontram em seguida é ainda mais perturbador.
It's attached to the wall, so we didn't.
Nobody could come in and hurt themselves, and nobody's gonna be able to do it again.
It was for the best.
As of right now,
Insane.
it's clear 100% of all booby traps.
Hey.
It's drugs.
Yo,
Drugs.
why is there bags of here?
I don't know. I don't want to touch it.
No.
I kind of went away from it. You guys have fun with that.
Wait. Is that what? Is that?
That's why it's booby trapped. Holy I am freaking out right now.
So you're thinking
100%. 100%.
What is that? Is it
It's a word you can't say on YouTube.
100%? So you think that's why this was booby trapped right there?
Yeah, 100%.
So-
Why is this the only room that's booby trapped?
So then someone's coming back for this.
Uh-huh. This is a hiding spot for somebody.
So I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I want you guys to smash the like button.
Oh my god.
So,
Just found 3 bags of
What the heck, dude?
narcotics.
It is. It actually.
Oh my god, that's why it was trapped.
Oh my god.
No, we should get out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go.
No andar de cima, justamente no cômodo que a armadilha parecia proteger, várias sacolas com material não identificado estavam deixadas à vista sobre uma mesa de sinuca. Diante de toda a preparação e do nível de perigo envolvido, rapidamente fica claro que esse material pode ter sido protegido de forma intencional, possivelmente drogas ou algo igualmente ilegal. O grupo especula que quem deixou aquilo ali poderia voltar a qualquer momento, e percebendo o risco, decide sair do local imediatamente. Este vídeo se destaca como um dos exemplos mais assustadores de exploração em prédios abandonados, não apenas pelos perigos estruturais, mas pelas ameaças humanas muito reais escondidas ali. A presença de armadilhas armadas e sacolas suspeitas sugere que a casa pode estar sendo usada para atividades ilegais. É possível que as armadilhas tenham sido montadas para afastar invasores, ou pior ainda, como uma surpresa mortal para quem entrasse sem saber. O nível de preparação indica alguém extremamente protetor do que estava escondido ali. O que assusta mais, a ideia de que essas armadilhas eram destinadas a estranhos ou a possibilidade de que quem as montou ainda esteja por perto, observando. A exploração urbana às vezes revela muito mais do que lugares abandonados. Ela expõe segredos que alguém tentou esconder. Você teria coragem de entrar em um lugar assim? Se você chegou até aqui e curtiu o vídeo, não esqueça de se inscrever no canal e deixar seu like. Isso ajuda muito. E aproveita que eu separei mais um vídeo aqui em cima para você assistir agora.